Hello, everybody. This is the old bear from the old bear's den of Bigfoot, and it looks like we ran into a snafu tonight. Um, the guest couldn't get his computer to work, so he's not going to be able to be here tonight. I hate doing this, but we're going to try it tomorrow night at 9 p.m. So if anybody has questions, or if you would like for me to give you some updates on a couple of stories everybody's been asking about here shortly or here lately, uh, give me some questions. We'll do some questions for half an hour or so, and then we'll have a live show tomorrow night around 9 o'clock. Okay. I've had a day. Anybody with any questions, put them in. Oh, bomber, I'm fine. It's my eyes almost, as you can see, my eyes are almost aligned. The patch is just for uh, cosmetics, pretty much what the doctor said now. So, other than that, I hope I'm back to work here soon. Tim Carter, what happened? Let me see here. Let's get your question up there. Tim Carter wants to know what's happened to the two homeless people that were abducted in a bloody mess. Well, Tim, they weren't. They were homeless, um, but their bodies have never been found. Don't know where they are. We suspect that the Bigfoot ate them, and that's as much as I know or anybody else knows at this point in time. June, you've had a few whistles and whoops around you and a wood knock. Eh, join the crowd. We got them here too. Just be careful when you go outside at night. So, anybody want to know anything about a certain video? Gene, yes, that area is clean. There are no more Janoskwa type Bigfoot. Anybody else with some questions? Well, David, let's see. Let's put yours up. You want to know about the Bigfoot in Ohio that was near Columbus? Well, that Bigfoot left the area screaming and leaving a trail of poop for quite a long ways. 10 alarm chili and a little bit of electricity on a wet road. Got him going. He's not around there anymore. That's right, June. Don't let your dog out. They like dog. They eat coyotes. Did that answer your question, David? And Diane? Good, I can answer that one. Glad y'all like the answer. I kind of like the part of him running for quite a long ways with chili coming through his system and everything else. Diane, you want to know if they bother horses much? Yes, ma'am, they do. The young males do unspeakable things to horses sometimes. Well, JJ, it was 10 alarm chili, three bottles of chili powder, um, habanero juice, jalapeno juice, jalapeno seeds. You get it. No laxatives. Uh, Bomber, uh, we were recently telling about some people having issues at their home, and nothing was working to deter them. Oh, you're talking about the one in Kentucky. That situation got rectified, Bomber. Um, uh, and the situation got worked out through um, prayer, holy water, and holy oil. Uh, Spread across the trees, at the edge of their at the edge of their yard, all the way around the home. Took care of the issue of them trying to cross it. Um, and there was some other things added into it. I can't elaborate on what was added on. But they got the message to stay away this time. They will not be back. Hey, Chris Jarvis, glad to see you. Michael Danubio, glad to see you too. June, your mother saw one back in the 60s? I would say that's awesome, but it's not. It's not a good thing to have to deal with a Bigfoot. Anybody have any questions, put them in italics. All capital letters, please. Hello, Jeremy. No, Bomber, it was Sasquatch. Yes, it was. It was definitely Sasquatch, and the reason you can use holy water is the same reason that you can use. You can make them leave. Uh, they uh, they have Bigfooter is not a normal creature. The way that they were created is not by God. God did not create them. So holy water can be used against them. So can holy oil, anointing oil. Oh, Brett, glad to see you here. Yeah, June, back then nobody really knew what they were. Uh, what's with the Xing, the bowing, and the arches? The X's mean don't go. It's a warning to them. Um, the bows are just like trail markers, and the bows and the arches are the same. They're a trail marker for Bigfoot. The breaks, wherever they're pointing, means it's a directional finder for them, to food, water, stuff like that. Hello, hey everybody, we got the Squatching Cowboy on tonight. Glad to see you, buddy. That's right, Rob. And saying the name of Jesus can also save someone. Yes. Yeah, Gene, it's doing it again. They they killed my other broadcast, and one with the squatch out in the middle of a field. Uh, this is a good question by Paul Dudley. He says he heard lots of stories on other channels. But would you say Sasquatch primarily has ill intent? Well, in my opinion, it's never good to ever have to deal with any Sasquatch. They can turn on you in a moment. Uh, they don't. They know they're stronger than us. They can think on the same level we do, guys and ladies. So, I mean, they're not dumb. They are very smart creatures. They can outsmart us in the woods because they know every square inch of it. They know their area intimately, so they can beat us to back to our vehicle or anything. If they give you reason to fear for yourself, you have a weird feeling, get out of Dodge. Have I encountered the A made with sticks or heard of others finding it? And what do you think that means? Well, Bomber, I actually found that in the back of my pickup bed one night. Well, one morning, and my pickup's not parked under trees. My pickup is parked away from trees. And I found it one morning getting ready to go out to go bow hunting with my youngest boys. And it was in the bed of my truck. I have no idea what they mean by the A, but it may not mean something. I think it means like to them, it might mean a symbol of an alpha or a dominant male of some type. That's my belief, Bomber. How you doing, TFV? What's the difference between Roxanne wants to know? What's the difference between a Bigfoot, Sasquatch, and a dog man? Well, a Bigfoot and Sasquatch are one and the same. They're the same creature. Dog man is something completely different. It's half dog and half man. So it's an abomination. Uh, can I make a Steve Bobo wants to know if I can make a guess of the population in the lower 48. Steve, I would have to say anywhere between 1.5 to 2 million. Right, Brett. I don't know. It means camp, but I don't know how they would put an A in the back of my bed of my pickup. They're not going to be camping in my pickup truck. Oh, and I wanted to let y'all know there will be a show tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. The guest had some issues with his internet at home. He lost his internet at the house, and we're going to do it tomorrow night. Now, next Friday, I'm going to have another guest on next Friday night. And then me and the wife are leaving early Saturday morning and going to go down to North Carolina to help Miss Darcy out with her issue with the Bigfoot that she has around her home. And we will probably make a video of it. And well, we're going to have to help her. They've got her scared, and that's just unacceptable. Right, Eric. Eric, not all Bigfoot are evil. No, I didn't say that. But I said you can't trust them. You just can't trust any type of creature that you can't even trust humans. So why would you trust a Bigfoot? Diane, the only ones you've cited have been adults. Well, everyone I've cited has been an adult. I've only seen one young one in my entire time. How numerous are the Genoskwa type and where in the 48s are they most common? Uh, Kulaya, I'm terrible with names. Y'all have to slow down a little bit. Um, they aren't as numerous as most people would think. Maybe five, I would guess, maybe a population of 5,000, and that's dwindling. Um, and there, anywhere there's a deep woods, you can run into a Genoskwa. Do you feel these beings target those that are weak between the ears? No. They target anyone if they choose to. And June, uh, yes, juveniles do come around houses more because they like to be entertained. Um, they just like entertainment, like any teenager. Human teenagers go out and party on weekends. They go out and run around, drive fast in cars, just like juvenile Bigfoots. They want to drive fast to the house and see how much trouble they can stir up. Uh, right, Duncan. When you encounter a Bigfoot, you're not thinking about pictures. And Diane wants to know, with all the fires out west, do you think they are moving elsewhere? Yes, ma'am. I would dare to say that any state east of California and Oregon and Washington, you probably got a sudden influx of Bigfoot. It's good to see you, John Barfield. It's glad to have you on. Are there Bigfoot in the Great Dismal Swamp? The Great Dismal Swamp. I'm not sure where that's at. I've never heard of a dismal swamp. I'm sorry, Sam. I don't know how to answer that question. Please forgive me. What do you think they are so interested in watching children? Children as food. That's a very good possibility for some Bigfoot. The reason they watch children is because children are going 1,000 miles a minute. It's a lot of fun to them. That's in Virginia and North Carolina. Uh, I would say that there's probably Bigfoot in the Great Dismal Swamp, man, if it's in Virginia and North Carolina. I've never heard of it before. I'm sorry. Well, Heber, Arizona. Yeah, the Bigfoot that are in the mountainous areas in the southern part of California, yeah, that would be a definite place for them to go. Thank you for clarification on that, Paul. I appreciate it. Gators, something else I don't want to mess with. No, I don't think the fires are hurting them where they can kill them, Duncan. That's a possibility. Everything's possible now in this day and time, buddy. Watching Cowboy, you're always in our prayers, bud. Do you think Bigfoot and dogmen live together, like cohabitate in the same areas? No, Julie, I do not. They're pretty much an enemy of each other. Yes, you do hear of them being seen together, but I don't. I think it's for a common interest, and then once it's over, it's done. Do I think these wildfires be a repeat of Mount St. Helens? No. No, no, Jeremy. He has not been back. According to the neighbors around him, they've not heard it. It's not been screaming around. Randy Hester, do you think you're Nephilim? No, I don't think I'm a Nephilim. Sam, I have only seen one dog man, and that was at a distance. That was a long time ago, my friend. What is the ratio of male to female population wise? I would say it's probably 3 to 1 when it comes to males to females. 3 to 1 is my guess. Right, TFV. Yeah, they are definitely in that area. Yes, Randy. Yes, I got your question. I'm sorry. Yes, I was trying to keep up with the chat. Yes, I do believe that they are part of the fallen angels. Yes, Bigfoot does have some of that DNA in there. Yes, Eric. Bigfoot lives matter as long as they're not harming people. Be right back. Well, Brett, um, I got bad news for you. Um, you need to go over to the gathering with the Indiana Bigfoot Research Organization. They are having that over there at the state forest around the Bill Monroe Music Festival campground. They're having a weekend over this weekend, and there are Bigfoot in those national forests. I know because I was there last year and we heard them. Hey, MKY9, glad to see you. Yes, Duncan, that would be the unknown DNA because they don't have it on record. Right, Bomber. Nobody knows for sure, but there is a very good guess that since they can't match it to any other male species on this earth, it has to be something else. Roxanne, um, that's why you'll never find a dead one. They make sure that they don't, the dead are not ever brought out. Well, mountain hominids, I'm glad you're back from your fishing trip. You didn't tell me how many you caught, and you're right. There probably will be an uptick in new sightings around where you live. That's right, Parkway. The maternal DNA is human. The nuclear is unknown. Yes. Right, Michael. There is the male side of it is not in the database for all known animals across the world. Right, right, Aaron. Yeah, 10 guys in a pickup stop and load it up and drive like crazy to get out of there. That's about the only way you're going to find it. Get one out in public. Right, John. Uh, Bigfoot does come and get their dead. They come and either take and throw them in a deep cave, and or they bury them in KY. It is a type is a Nephilim, and Nephilim are hominoids. Right, Aaron. Yeah, they do, and they bury them under the ground too. They don't bury them like we do. We don't embalm. We embalm our bodies and then bury them under the ground in a casket in a vault. But Bigfoot doesn't do that. So within, I'd say 2 to 3 weeks, the body's already starting to completely, to decompose. So it don't take long. No, Jeremy, the government is never going to come clean about it unless someone goes and twists both arms and sticks their fingers in opposite ears and then breaks both legs and threatens the government to twist its head off. Other than that, no, they're never going to come clean. Right, Julie, they do cover their bed and cover them with big rocks. Yes, June. They have different faces. Um, some look like more like humans. Some look like Cro-Magnon with a gorilla type nose, and some of them look like gorillas or baboons in the face. Um, there's many different variations of their faces. Seeing Taylor, it is a good thing. My eye's almost back to normal. Hopefully, within a week or two, I can get back to work. Sam, Bigfoot are a Nephilim, which is a type of hominoid. Hello, Carla. Right, Bomber. The ones that look like an ape, they're type one in my book. Type two is the Cro-Magnon. Type three is the more human type, is the human type. Type four is the Gugway, which is a man eater. They eat men. And type five is the Genospha, which will eat people and hunts people and also hunt their own. They hunt other Bigfoot. Well, now, Chris, not all of them have, not all the ones that look like gorillas or, the primates are Gugway. Um, the Gugway has more human features and primate in it. Right. Yeah, they're the Genoskwa type. they are just hideous. They're deformed in the face. MKY, they don't appear and disappear out of thin air. In 30 plus years, I've never seen one do that. Um, they are masters of hiding, so they can hide from us, and that's how they do it. I mean, we when you're in the woods, most people don't look at, can't keep up with everything that's going on, and they don't just up and disappear. What it is they run over and stop behind some brush and trees, and we expect them to come out the other side, and when they don't, our mind tells us that maybe they disappeared. But what it is they stop somewhere, and before your eye could keep up, and your ears didn't hear them anymore, so we think they just disappeared. Hey, how you doing, Long Island? Glad to see you. Yes, Eric. There are videos covering the different types. What type have I seen the most? Type threes, which are the more human type. They look more like human. That is a possibility. If they could have been some genetic mutation done to them. Hey, Mogollon, glad to have you on. Yes, Barb, I do think the Janoskwa are across the 48 states, and they are in the state of Alaska also. Yeah, that's right, MKY. Yeah, they are 700-pound ninjas, up to 14 or 1,500-pound ninjas. In the Kettle Moraine State Park in Wisconsin. Yes, Julie, they are. But you don't have a whole lot to worry about with them up there. They're more afraid of you than you are of them. 1,400-pound ones are your favorite ones. Long Island, you okay? You must like the big ones like me. Well, Southern grits, it's not amazing. Is human DNA in them, and that's why they have some of them have human features. Right, John. Bigfoot uses stealth and their hiding ability to kill their prey. How about northwestern South Carolina, Dale? I got bad news for you. They are there too. What area would I tell people to stay away from? Uh, Lower Florida, anywhere below Jacksonville, Florida. I would tell anybody to stay away. The skunk apes down there are not very nice, uh, and they're the Bigfoot down there just have a bad attitude. Period. Have I heard of encounters in West Tennessee? Yes, Loretta. In fact, I am working with another group of researchers. We're going to be going to Tennessee to do a little bit of investigating, and then we're going to have a live show on a Saturday night. I hope we're still working the thing out, but we're going to do it, and sometime in October, hopefully around the night. Dale, you voted for who to be governor? Right, Thomasville and East Texas. Yes, they have mean ones in those areas too. I don't know if it's just the heat or what. Strange things in Northwest Tennessee, Loretta. Strange as in what? Howls, screams, wood knocks, tree breaks. That's right, Aaron. Mogollon he does have his own channel. He has a wonderful show, and I've been on his show, and I like it. And I like the way he does his show. Does his show. Cherokee National Forest. June, have you ever heard of the term Cherokee Devil? That is a Bigfoot, and there's a lot of stuff on the Cherokee Devil. Carla, that Bigfoot left screaming and from an electrical shock and eating 10 alarm chili. He left a trail of poop for quite a long ways. Right, Diane. I've been to Florida, to Arcadia a bunch of times, and when it's hot, it's hot. It's miserable for a fat guy. Mogollon, you don't have to thank me. I'm just giving my honest opinion, my friend. You do a wonderful job. Uh, the land between the lakes has lots of Bigfoot and it has dog meat. I don't like going over there. I was across the river from there and had to deal with getting my tractor shipped one night at a power plant. Jennifer, I would say they're moving east. Mogollon, you still don't need to thank me, my friend. You still you do a wonderful job, buddy. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. MKY9, 10 alarm chili, is 3 bottles of chili powder with um, jalapeno seeds, jalapenos in it. Uh, you throw in a couple of ghost peppers. Um, what's the other ones, honey? The other chili, the peppers that we put in there. No, not the jalapeno. It's about 3 different types of peppers put in it with 3 things of chili powder, and it's pretty thick when you're done with it. It's not a good thing. No, Diane, I am not scooping up poop for samples. I don't care what it's from. Dale, yes, I've seen one, but at a great distance, over 100 yards. Oh, it was habanero peppers. Now my wife tells me. Do you think, with all those displaced Bigfoot going east, that there will be territory wars? I think there will be a lot of trouble. I don't know if it'll be territory wars, but there'll be a lot of pushing and shoving going on. Jennifer, no, that's not one to turn it to dust, but it sure will make them lose their anything they've eaten in the past 3 days. It's still in their belly. Brett, if you want to put in a reaper, go right ahead. Trailblazer, that's not surprising. People having encounters with Bigfoot that are leaving California, slapping their houses, not surprising at all. Right, Duncan. They don't like those hot peppers, but when you put in enough burger and onions and stuff like that, stuff that they do like, they will eat it. You just got to use the juice from the peppers. You don't put the peppers in. You put the jalapeno pepper seeds in because they'll cook up and get very small. Well, thank you, Michaela. We love y'all too. We love you too, huh? Michaela, tomorrow night there will be another show at 9 o'clock with the guest that didn't get to make it tonight because of his internet. We're going to try it again tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. I'll put up a notification tonight, and you guys will see it tomorrow morning. Jennifer, they're not as vengeful as you would think. Um, they get hints. Uh, they take a hint. And 10 alarm chili and a little bit of electric shock. Yeah, they get the hint. Hey, Chopper One, glad to see you. Sam, don't ever look up to me. I'm nothing special. I'm just another man on this earth. You want to look up to someone, look up to the your creator, sir. Or ma'am. I don't know which. It's Sam can be either way. I'm sorry if I offended you. Please forgive me. Hey Julie, we can make you into a hunter. Just come right on to West Virginia and we'll turn you into a hunter real quick. Paul Dudley. Gifting is the worst thing you can do for your own health because if you miss a time and don't give them food or whatever they're expecting when they expect it, um, you could go out the next time and your head comes flying off. You don't ever want to gift to a Bigfoot. When they throw a temper tantrum, it's like dealing with a 2 year old that's hyped up on Mountain Dew and chocolate. Not a good situation, my friend. Glad to see you, Don C. Sorry you're in the smoke, buddy. Well, Julie, shooting an animal, it's not a hard thing to do. Uh, but every time that I do take an animal's life, when I'm deer hunting or bear hunting or whatever. I give thanks to Almighty God for it because without Him, I couldn't do it. Barry, you're not too far from where the legend is. If you're in Arkansas, yes, Bigfoot do hit the side of your home. Detroit Daniel, I would say the Bigfoot and the other cryptids that were in that area have already left. They left when the fire started. They're not dumb. They're pretty smart. They know when to get out. Bomber, you taking off on us, huh? Jennifer, it could have been a dog man. Could have been a Bigfoot on all fours. Anything. Bomber, thanks for coming, by the way. Oh, your chocolate withdrawing. What is wrong with you? You're supposed to eat chocolate. You're a grown up. You can eat all the chocolate you want. Well, Jennifer, there are a bunch of idiots, and most of those fires got started beside the road. Barry Reese, yeah, we loved watching Mountain Monsters. I actually know New Trapper and them guys. Michaela, if you're unarmed and you're out in the woods, you've already made a big mistake. Don't get out of your car, go back home, get a handgun or a rifle or a shotgun with slugs, and then you can go back out in the woods. What do I think of the origin of Dogman, Trailblazer? Um, Wolves and the Fallen Angel. Boy, that jumped quick. Let's see here. Sorry. Sam, um, amen. And yes, there is a bunch of quacks out there, and the list is getting longer. Chainsaw out the window. That's a good idea. Barry, I have no idea. I don't go unless I'm invited. Southern Grits, fallen angel, the male part of a Bigfoot, I believe, is from the fallen angels. Michaela, I didn't see her question, Duncan. I'm sorry. I've been trying to keep up. I'm sorry I didn't see it. Michaela, could you repost your question? Jennifer, um, what would I suggest the first firearm to be? The best firearm probably would be a 30-06 with 200 grain bullet would be a good start. I would prefer 300 Win Mag or bigger. That's just my personal preference. Dale, no, dog men are not a spirit. They are flesh and blood, just like Bigfoot, just like me and you. Trail cams. Don't buy the top brands. You're wasting your money. That's all I can tell you. The top ones don't do any better than the middle range, and the bottom ones are just cheap junk. So don't buy them. Buy the middle range trail cams. They'll work better. But Bigfoot and Dogmen can see the lights at night, the infrared, um, just like a normal dog can. They can see a little bit more of the spectrum of light than we can. So yes, they can see the infrared. Bomber, I would much rather for you to be alive than be a missing 411 case. I would hate to have to go in an area to try to find you because I would. I don't want to lose none of you guys. Right. There is black flash technology, but uh, they can still pick up the little red light on front of the trail cam. Almost every one of them has it on there to signify that it's working. Right, Trailblazer. There are Bigfoot in the northern parts, state parks in Indiana. Jennifer, anytime you want to call and have a question answered or anything, just my number's on most of the videos. Telephone number. If you can't find it, then send me a email to the email account associated with my channel and ask me for my phone number. I'll be glad to answer your questions. MKY9, yeah, they can see the infrared range because they have a different. They have more rods in their eyes than we do. They can see fine in the daylight. They can see at a distance in the daylight longer than we can, and they can see at night better than we can with low light. Right, Julie. Bigfoot is in every state. I haven't heard of one yet that hasn't had a report of a Bigfoot. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get off here for tonight, and I will have a show tomorrow night. We will have a guest tomorrow night, even if it has to be my beautiful wife. She may kill me for that, but I hope y'all enjoy tonight and be here tomorrow night at 9 p.m. And we will have all the issues worked out tomorrow. And I apologize again. Uh, it was my fault. I should have made sure everything was taken care of. and I got a little sloppy. But I will work all the bugs out. Thank each and every one of y'all for coming. And I never knew there was uh, so many of y'all. We've had 105 people on. Thank each and every one of you for coming. If I missed your questions, save them for tomorrow night. Y'all have a blessed night. We love each and every one of you. Bye bye.
Well, this TF